everyone. It's us, Tales from the Forgotten Trope. Charlie's at Gen Con right now. So tonight we'll be playing a new game that was designed by my friend Elsa here.
Hi. And so the game that we're going to be playing tonight, the system is called the Tabletop Tales. The actual campaign that we're going to be running is a steampunk campaign set in the time period of 1904. The campaign tonight is going to kick off in November 20th, 1904, St. Louis, Missouri, at the World's Fair. The character abilities or ability scores that most role players would be familiar with, you're dealing with four. Those four traits, as they're called in the system, are five: fitness, coordination, strength, agility, that sort of thing. You've got awareness, which would be your five senses. You've got intellect, which of course would be wits, wisdom, intelligence, rapport, which is charisma, warmth, magnetism. And then you've got a character trait known as yawns, which not every character is going to have access to. That's solely up to the game master or conductor in the system and the players. Each character, there are several different character types or templates that you can start from in this system. The most common of these templates is a normal human. Normal humans, which is what we're going to be playing with today, are going to start with 10 character trait points. And so everyone feel free to go ahead and divide up your 10 character trait points between fitness, awareness, intellect, and rapport. Each of those traits have to be at least a 1. You don't have to take anything in yawns. You can go ahead and leave yawns at 0 if you'd like. And whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and we'll go on to the next part of the character creation process, which is skills.
Can we set any of them at 0?
The only one that can be set at 0 is yawns.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and we also have Melissa here joining us.
Melissa, would you like to introduce yourself very quickly?
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, your name's Melissa. Any fun facts about yourself? How long you've been gaming?
I've been a fan for a while, but I only really started tabletop RPGs with the onset of the pandemic. But I'm a quick study. I do play in a campaign weekly with my partner who DMs it. That's an entirely different story for another time. It's sci-fi themed. We're all bounty hunters.
Ooh.
What else? I've if I look like a deer in headlights, it might be because I am.
All good. All good.
Honestly, same.
If I look like a deer in the headlights, it's probably because I don't know what's going on. Which is most of the time, if we're honest.
God, same though. What I hopped in a little late, but I was just wondering if anyone had discussed sort of what kind of character they're already doing.
Nope.
Cool.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Sorry. Well, I'm mostly ready with my character. I'm actually importing her from an earlier version of the game. Just a matter of updating things. That does lead me to a question. So when we are spreading out our 10 points for our traits, so when we want to go up a trait at the beginning, would we be spending 1 point or 2 points to raise it from 1 to 2?
Yeah, so with your 10 points, like say, for example, I wanted to have a boxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to have a high fitness. Intellect isn't really that important. Rapport isn't that important. So right off the bat, I could go ahead and put my rapport at a 1 and put my intellect maybe at a 1. So that leaves me 8 points left. I'm not going to worry about yawns, so yawns can stay at 0. Let's say that I want to put fitness at, I'm going to put fitness at a 6 to start. And then I can go ahead and put my awareness at a 2. So of course, 6 for fitness, 2 for awareness, that's 8. Intellect would be at a 1, so that's 9. And then rapport would be at a 1, so that would be 10.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking I might go for like, in terms of profession, some sort of musician maybe. So I'm kind of looking at your bard build. Lots of rapport, not much in terms of anything else.
I mean, that would work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I think acrobat type performer.
Ooh.
All right.
And I think I'm gonna play a husk. So.
Oh, so everyone in this campaign is going to be normal humans.
Oh, okay. That's fine too.
Yeah, husks, and of course there are several other types of characters that would be available in the general game. The thing with husks is that, and this is something that I brought up in the rules, husks would be, if you wanted to play a late Victorian, like Gothic type character, husks can be developed around the concept of a vampire, created golems, all of that. You can go ahead, there's another type of character build available called freaks. So freaks, of course, is a stand-in for freaks of nature. So if you wanted a character that walked straight out of a sideshow from the early 1900s, that would be a freak build. You have several different automaton builds available. So one of the automatons available is called a thoughtwork, which would be a little wind-up clockwork doll. You have another one called an S1M3 or steam-motivated mechanical man, which of course you'll encounter in the campaign. And there are several other different character types available. But to get you all acclimated to the world, we're just going to start with normal humans.
Okay. No problem.
Sure thing. How to play a normal human one.
I mean, it's really difficult because I've never been a normal human, but I'll make it work. Make it work.
Make it till you make it.
I pretend to be a human all the time. All right. I have assigned my traits.
What kind of character are you going for?
Excuse me?
I think you froze, Remek.
Yep. Bye, Remek.
It's just kind of
That is really
ominous.
wild today.
See, she pretends to be a human too.
Furby in disguise.
A Furby has taken over her skin. Maria, what kind of character are you gonna play?
I'm thinking like a boxer kind of.
Ooh, I like it. A himbo? Are you gonna play a himbo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting into the himbo vibes early.
Maria loves to play himbos.
I do. Oh,
And
Remek's
so
frozen.
the next thing that we have in terms of course, we've got our traits, and your traits are going to determine your health levels. There are 4 health levels in the game, or at least in this campaign. So your starting physical health is going to be the same as your fitness. Your sensory health is going to be the same as your awareness. Your mental health is going to be the same as intellect. And your aura is going to be the same as rapport. Now, in terms of skills, you have skill points to start. And with the skill points, you'll go ahead and you'll pick what your character is skilled in doing. The number of skill points that you get is directly tied to your intellect. And the skills available in the game, there are 15. All characters are going to start with a prowess of 1. So you get that for free.
Mhm.
The other skills available for you are common sense. So common sense is your ability to survive in wilderness and urban environments. It would be your ability to build a shelter. It would be your ability to track, follow tracks, that sort of thing. The next skill would be crafting. Crafting would be your ability to make things. Farming would be the next skill. Because many of the campaigns that would be that this system could be used for involve farming. This is a skill that's available. Fist and cuffs would be basically fisticuffs, your ability at unarmed combat. Hide and sneak would be your thieving skills. So if you had an ability to pick locks, if you had an ability to hide in shadows, all of that, that's coming out of hide and sneak. Knowledge would be your knowledge, and as knowledge develops, and I'll talk more about that here in just a moment, but as you develop the knowledge skill, you start to specialize. So for example, if you had a performer or a musician, if they were specialized in music, classical music, that sort of thing, that would be something that would come out of knowledge. Languages, everyone is going to start with a one language, basically, regardless what your language's skill is. In order to be able to write in that language, you would go ahead and need to have a languages skill of at least 1. Any additional skill points that are put into languages would then allow you to speak languages and write languages other than your native language. Medicine or medicine would be your ability to administer drugs, treat wounds, that sort of thing. Melee would be your ability to use melee weapons. Prowess, which everyone is going to start with 1 point in. Prowess, with the way that the checks or resolution checks, the way that actions are determined in this game, any check that involves the 4 basic traits, fitness, awareness, intellect, or rapport, that check is going to be made off of your prowess skill. And then to that check, you're going to add whatever trait would be directly tied to that. The next skill is going to be ranged. So if you're attacking someone with a bow and arrow, if you're throwing an object trying to hit something, if you're using a mortar to try and blow something up, you would go ahead and use the ranged skill. Speaking would be your ability at public speaking, trying to convince others, trying to intimidate others. Trading would be your ability to barter, sell items, buy items, haggle for items. All of that would be coming out of trading. Transport would be your ability to pilot a boat or drive a wagon, ride a horse, anything that involves moving you or you and somebody else from point A to point B by a vehicle or animal, that would come out of transport. And then of course, yawn spinning. If you have yawns and you want to use, if you're not skilled in something and you try to do an action using something that you're not skilled in, it can be difficult to succeed. If you have yawn spinning, you can use yawn spinning to stand in for anything that you're not skilled in. In order to use it, however, you have to sacrifice one of your yawns points. Any questions? All right. Now, once you decide what you want to put your skill point or skill points in, as you develop your characters, many role-playing games have what are called experience points. This game has, for this particular campaign, we use something called natural selection points. And so as you go from one adventure to the next, to the next, to the next, your character will build up natural selection points. You can use those natural selection points before the beginning of the next adventure to purchase additional skills or to build up skills that you already have points in. As you build up your skills, once you get past the first level, you start to develop what are known as specialties. There's a specialty tree that's associated with this game. That specialty tree, for example, if you had specialty of 2 with hide and sneak, you would be able to choose whether or not you have a specialty in defensive, offensive, or other skill. So what would be considered defensive under hiding and sneaking, you would have hiding. Hiding would be considered defensive. So if you're trying to actually hide from someone, you would go ahead and if the conductor told you to make a resolution check, you'd try to make that resolution check. Let's say that you fail, but you've got a specialty level 2, specialty defensive, in hide and sneak. Because of that, you'd be able to recheck or redo that check. So that would give you a second chance to succeed. Now, of course, if you did have a second level specialty in hide and sneak, but let's say that you had offensive, right? So something like backstabbing, and you failed your initial check to hide, you don't get that chance to retest because, of course, hiding would not be under that specialty. And so as soon as everybody is finished with that, go ahead and let me know. And we'll talk about money and equipment. All right, so your money is going to be intellect times rapport. And that's going to be in dollars. Did anybody take the trading skill? All right.
Broke.
I might have chosen one intellect, so and also one rapport. Danger zones. Well, we don't need money
Nah. Who needs money?
or healing or anything useful. No, we don't need things that are useful, do we?
Useful.
Nah.
You're just going to the fair. What could possibly
We could just
go
steal
wrong?
money. It's fine, right?
Yeah,
It's fine, right?
it's fine.
And so basically for your equipment, you're going to have the clothes on your back.
Clothes.
You're going to have, let's see, musician. What type of instrument are we talking?
I was thinking maybe a flute.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So you've got your flute case, you've got your flute with you. Let's see, for the performer,
Shit.
Jenna, what type of performance are you thinking of? Like an actor or?
Acrobat. So like,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
And so, yeah, you're going to have a suitcase, clothes on your back, just that. For the boxer, you would be looking at just clothes,
Nope.
and that's it. Suitcase.
He barely
you're good.
even wants those, you know? Just a vest, right?
I have a shirt on this time for now.
This time for now.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
And then let's see, for the ship captain, or the boat captain, Melissa, Calla, as you know, you're going to have your boat, which is going to be tied up at the wharf.
We hope.
And you've got your clothes, you've got a steamer trunk, any personal effects that Calla would take with her is going to be in that. Very quickly, for any of you that haven't gotten a chance to look at the way that resolution checks are done in the game, if I call for a resolution check, which means that you're basically trying to see if your character succeeds in an action that they might fail in. We use something called witches, dwarves, and trolls. So basically, you would go ahead and you would call out witch, dwarf, or troll. And I would roll a 6-sided die. And to determine what I would use in that, if I roll a 1 to a 2, that's a witch. If I roll a 3 to a 4, that's a dwarf. If I roll a 5 to a 6, that would be a troll. Witches beat trolls. Trolls beat dwarves. Dwarves beat witches. If you are skilled in an action, if you have 1 skill point in an action or more, that would be considered skilled. If you are skilled in the action that you're trying to do, you win on ties or better. If you are not skilled, then I would win on ties or better. And if you have, for each skill point that you have past 1, that would allow for you to retest. So if you fail against me, but you have skills or specialties past 1, you can use those to basically retest. And there is a level of success system in this. You have what's called a minor success. So if you are not skilled, well, if you are skilled in an action and we tie, that would be considered a minor success. To your minor successes are worth 5 points. You would add your trait that would be attached. If you win and you are skilled in an action, that would be considered a normal success. That would be worth 9 points. You would go ahead and add the trait that's attached to the action. And then, of course, you have what are known as major successes, which would be 12 to 14 points, and outstanding successes, which would be 15 points or higher. And of course, depending upon how difficult an action necessarily is, there are negatives that I'll go ahead and I'll add to the check. So even though you might get a outstanding success, if the action is exceptionally difficult, that could be brought down. But no action, if you do succeed in the action at the outstanding level, the lowest that it would go would be to a minor success. So you're always, if you succeed, you're always going to succeed. It just depends on how much of a success your character's actually able to get. Any questions about any of that? Okay. And so we are going to be having, if it's okay, Jenna, one more person that just got here.
Yep, that's totally fine. Oh,
And now, I don't know if you can hear my dog in the background. I apologize for that. She's very grumpy. So as soon as everybody's ready, we've got a boxer, we've got an acrobat, we've got a boat captain, and we've got a musician. So the way that I've set bringing the group together in the past, all of you have basically signed up. You're taking off a week to go to St. Louis, Missouri Thanksgiving Day weekend or Thanksgiving Day week to be able to enjoy the World's Fair. There's a special that has been announced, and let me go ahead and let my dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
That's totally fine.
Apologies, by the way, I'm having some internet issues, so if I freeze, yep.
That'll happen. So wait,
That'll
the,
happen.
The quirks, we take as many as we have points in each thing, or what was this? Quirks.
All right, so I completely missed that last part.
How many quirks do we get? It's
We do not get any quirks to start.
Okay.
So yeah.
And no
feel free-
specialties to start, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
cool.
so yeah, if we were playing husks or any of the other character types, there would be quirks there. Yeah. And some of the quirks for husks and freaks are beneficial, some aren't. But of course, for either of those, for husks, you get the quirks automatically. For freaks, you get to choose.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so let's see. The way that I've set the game up in the past, you've all basically decided to travel down to St. Louis, Missouri for a week to visit the World's Fair. Now, of course, as was explained in the settings material that I sent to you, Jenna, the United States in this campaign is a little bit different than what we would know. The United States consists of 12 states. The United States lost the Civil War, and because it lost the Civil War, the United States lost most of its territory. And so if you are from the United States, you're going to be from one of Indiana, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, or several different mid-Atlantic states. Ohio's thrown into that too. Pennsylvania, the capital of the United States in this world is Philadelphia. Now, to the south of the United States is the Confederate States of America, which, for a number of reasons, of course, there are several different powers that if you wanted your character to come from that power in this game, you certainly could. Confederacy is not an option. In addition to that, you have the British Empire. The British Empire is primarily involved in North America through Canada. Canada has gobbled up what would be known today as Oregon and Washington, in addition to New York and the northern part of New England. In addition to that, you've got the Empire of Mexico, which controls much of the Southwest, in addition to the Southwest, in addition to California. You have the state of Deseret, or the country of Deseret, which would be the Mormon territories in our timeline. In addition to that, you have the Free State of Norton, which would be San Francisco. The other major concern, major power in North America would be the Indian nations, which for a number of reasons were able to maintain their independence. And the Indian nations would include Oklahoma and most of the Great Plains. And so getting back to the game. So all of you have bought tickets on a little steamboat run by a river captain named Calla Wheeler. And Calla runs trips and ferries people up and down the Mississippi River.
But only if your money is good.
Mm.
And so Calla, oftentimes, especially throughout the year, has been taking people to St. Louis to the fair. She is dropping all of you off at a boarding house that you've already made arrangements at, run by a man named Seamus McCready. The boarding house, and let me go ahead and flip back to the information that I have. Now I sent out a map previously. We don't, you don't need the map, but the boarding house is located at the corner of 9th and Market in St. Louis. It's a 3-story home. And of course, the guy that runs it is in his 70s. He introduced himself the night of the 19th, whenever the ship docks. Calla takes all of you to the boarding house, introduce you to Mr. McCready. You're able to actually move your stuff in for the week. Mr. McCready tells you that you're free to move about the city, go to the fair, all of that during the day. However, he locks the place up at 7 o'clock every evening. Supper is at 6. If you are not in the house by 7 o'clock, he stays up until 8. And if you are not in the home by the time that he goes to bed, then you're locked out for the night.
We have a curfew. All right.
Classic.
Now, in addition to that, by the time that all of you wake up, because this is Thanksgiving Day weekend or Thanksgiving Day week, things are a little bit slow at the fair. They've gone ahead and introduced a weekly pass, which will allow you to experience any part of the fair throughout the week for $3. Now, in addition to that, some of the other attractions that are going to be happening at the fair, Andrew Carnegie is going to be touring the Palace of Industry on Tuesday. In addition to that, the President of the United States, William Jennings Bryan, is going to be speaking at the fair on Thursday or Thanksgiving Day. Now, other than that, it's Sunday. What time, given the fact that you got in at 6 o'clock Saturday evening, and most of the fair was shut down at that point, Sunday morning, how late are all of you going to sleep in?
I get up bright and early at 7 a.m.
All right.
Same.
All
As soon
right.
as the sun's
Yeah.
up, I'm up.
Okay.
Same.
That's about
And
the time the sun
so-
comes up in this part of the world.
For those of you that get up by 7, So Old Man McCready goes ahead and he meets you at the door. He lets you know that he's off to church. And he will be back at noon if any of you are there. He's gone ahead and he's made biscuits, and there's some salt pork laid out in the kitchen for you. He's brewed some coffee. You're welcome to it. There should be some water in there as well. He says, help yourself to anything that I have in the pantry. And like I said, if you need anything, I'll be back at 12. Do you have any questions before I go?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So he goes ahead and he goes on his way, goes off to church, takes his Bible with him, and leaves you to your devices. There's a paper on the table. You've got your biscuits. You've got a thing of cheese. And other than that, what do you do?
Well, eat, and then I want to go out and steal stuff from people. I don't have
Good
enough money
start.
to go to the fair.
Good start. Yeah. Are you
Is Elsa
Melissa?
frozen?
What's that?
Sorry, I was waving instinctively because Elsa was frozen.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
Even if it would have no effect on whether she would be unfrozen or not.
To which I say, let it go, let it go, let it
I
Nice.
walked into that one.
You
Classic.
really did. I love it. Yeah. So I mean, like, I want to just go explore.
All right.
Yeah,
Is anybody else joining? Jenna, what's your character's name?
Mickey.
Is anybody else joining Mickey in the dining room to eat some biscuits and ham before you set off for the day?
Absolutely.
Just
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
I'll join as well.
All right. So you're all sitting around and everything else. Make a prowess check based on awareness.
So we add our awareness points to our prowess check.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What are we rolling?
So you can just go ahead and say witches, dwarves, or trolls.
Okay.
Witches.
Dwarves.
Witches?
I don't know, trolls.
So let's see.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Witches means I
So
win, right?
who called out witches? All right, Jenna. Mickey thinks she hears something coming from the parlor. Not quite sure what it is.
I think I hear something. Let's go check
From
it
the
out.
parlor?
In the parlor. I'm gonna go check it out. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'll
no.
come
wanna-
too.
I want to go stealthily to
And so
creeping.
anybody going with Mickey?
I'll follow, but I don't think I'm very stealthy, so I'll keep a ways like 10, 15 feet behind.
That's
Hala
fine.
just looks up and stares with a surly expression that all this rustling around has interrupted her from seeing whether the cheese was edible or if she should be carving new buttons for her coat out of it.
Jenna,
Mhm.
for your hide and sneak,
Mhm.
witches, dwarves, or trolls?
Trolls.
Okay, so as you walk into the parlor, You can see a shape in the doorway, and because there's a little window up above, and you see the very top of a hat, and somebody's knocking on the door.
Oh.
Abigail, you're good at talking to people, right?
Yes, I'm not bad at talking to people, so I could answer.
Okay, because I'm not really good with people.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Alright.
I'll go forwards and
Cool.
I guess just open the door.
So you open the door, and standing in the doorway, there is a lanky, I'd say maybe about no older than 18, probably closer to 15 or 16 year old guy. And the first thing that you notice whenever you open the door is he seems to be bleeding from his side.
Uh-oh.
And he looks at you and he says, is Mr. McCready here, please? I need to get, is he here? I've got his paper.
What?
Oh,
So somebody already robbed you, huh?
Rob, yeah.
Okay.
But I, and he looks over his shoulder. Can I give this to you, please?
Come inside, dude.
are you okay?
You're like bleeding and stuff. Like, get in here.
No,
Come on, kid.
I gotta get back to the bar. Here, just take this.
But you're bleeding. Get in here.
He takes and he tosses a rolled up newspaper into the open doorway,
Fine.
and then he takes off limping, unless of course one of you wants to try and stop him.
Nah.
Are you sure you don't want to come inside for just a moment? We have lemonade, we have biscuits,
There's ham.
ham, protein.
If you want to try and make it,
We could probably bind that wound or something.
Yeah, I'll do
Ella
a
just
speaking check.
raises.
Maybe. I don't know.
And he says, no, thanks, I gotta get going. And if nobody tries to restrain him, he starts limping away as
You can
fast as
choose to bleed out in the streets. That's fine. It's free world. Free country, right? Free country. Maybe. I don't know.
Ella
I hope
just
he's
looks
okay,
up
though.
from the table, and she just looks up from her meager meal and goes, "Hey, don't be rude to my friends. You come in here and eat with us. Bleeding or no bleeding."
Love it.
And so, all right. The boy with the paper takes off and is gone.
He's worth a shot.
Sometimes you can just boss people around. It's fine.
And there's rolled up newspaper in the parlor. It's about 7:35 in the morning.
I opened the paper.
All right, you open the paper. I mean, hey,
It's there.
Yeah,
Nobody
It's
said
fine.
not to.
they did not.
Mhm.
And so one of the things that you notice right off the bat is that the front page is like a normal newspaper.
Mhm.
Everything else is completely blank.
That's weird.
Do you think it's in some sort of invisible ink?
Ooh. Who hold it up to the light to see? I don't know.
You hold it up to the light and make a prowess-based awareness check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Or,
I just roll a d6, right? And then I add.
I mean, if you want to, or just tell me witches, dwarves, or trolls.
Let's go with dwarfs.
Ooh.
Okay. You notice nothing.
That totally tracks 100%. I don't know, it just seems to be blank. Here, you can have it. Hands it to Abigail. And then goes back to like just
Sure.
shoveling food into their face, like, and like drinking coffee.
So does anybody else try to do anything?
I'll
Paula
look at
tries
the
the
paper.
coffee, immediately makes a face.
All right. Anyone else looking at the paper? Witches, dwarves, or trolls?
I will go with dwarves.
You notice nothing.
It's a
Yep.
piece of paper.
Tracks.
I'll try as well. I'll do trolls.
All right. You notice nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
So as you sit down again, does anybody else stay in the parlor?
Nah. Food. Coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Free coffee.
Free coffee is the best coffee.
Everybody go ahead and make another prowess-based awareness check.
Mhm.
3 for me.
5.
Witches.
Witches.
Okay. So anybody that said witches, you have 9 points, and then you add your awareness to it. Did anybody have a total of 10 or higher?
9. I had 12.
All right.
Ooh.
So yeah, 12 or higher. I'm sorry about that. And so, yeah. So once again, you hear knocking coming from the parlor.
Doesn't anybody know this guy's at church? I'm gonna like slap the table and get up and answer the door.
All right. You answer the door. Does anybody else go with the boxer?
Nah. He's got it.
All right. The door.
Last
Remember,
time there was a
you're
bleeding
muted.
kid. I don't really want to know what's at the door.
I'll go as well. Sorry.
And so the two of you go to the door. You open the door. 2 fine dressed gentlemen sitting there outside the door. And about this time, you have somebody coming down the stairs.
Ooh, who's that?
Do you want to? Okay. So, all right. Going to hold off on that because one of the players is eating. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And so, standing in the foyer are 2 very well dressed gentlemen, both wearing derbies. And they look at the boxer, and they say, "Mr. McCready."
He's at church.
Are you one of his boarders?
Yes. Yeah. Renters. Yeah.
Do you and the gentleman that is standing closest to you says, "My name is Agent Stillwell, and this is my partner. Do you mind if we come in for just a moment, please?"
No, I don't live here.
Okay, thank you. So, and they start to come into the.
Close the door.
Exactly.
This isn't my house. I think you need a
Yeah.
warrant, sir.
Yeah,
Where's your
pass.
warrant, sir?
And so, as you start to close the door, go ahead and make. And I have a feeling how this is going to go down. Make a fitness-based prowess check as Agent Stillwell tries to put his foot in the door.
Trolls.
All right. All right. And I got dwarves.
Hang on, I gotta do that again. It's flip.
Oh, is Kala trying to do this too?
What am I doing?
Okay. Kala, as far as I know, did not go to the,
Cal is eating
Oh
Yeah.
no,
coffee.
I'm in the kitchen.
and so
Shotgun
Agent
coffee.
Stillwell puts his foot in the door, checks the door, and pushes his way in, and his partner follows suit. Sorry about that. This will take just a moment. Have you been here all morning?
Yes.
Okay. Have you noticed anyone in the area
No,
since
I've
you've been?
been inside.
Okay. Has anyone come to the door? Or let's see, tall kid, maybe 16, 17 years old, blonde hair, nothing like that?
Nope, I've been in the kitchen eating breakfast.
Okay, well, we're sorry to disturb you. And you notice Agent Stillwell nod to his partner, and his partner starts to go up the stairs.
Whoa.
We feel free to go back to your breakfast. We're sorry to bother you. This will take just a moment.
What are they doing?
Excuse me, is there a reason that you're going up? This isn't our home. I think that you really ought to wait until Mr. McCready returns from church.
Do you know when Mr. McCready will be back?
About noon.
The service
Mickey just yells about noon.
The service takes a couple hours. I don't know if he's coming directly back.
Do you know? And Agent Stillwell takes out a pad of paper and takes a pencil out of his jacket. Says, what church is he at?
He didn't mention it.
Church of Latter-day Christ. I don't know. I have no idea. No, Mickey just comes out and goes, "Hey, what's with the cops? You look like cops. Are you cops? Can I see your badge?
Agents.
Can I see your badge? Where's your badge? Show
of
me the
course.
badge.
And
Also a warrant.
Agent Stillwell.
I know my rights.
He opens up his vest pocket, takes out a badge, and you can see it says Pinkerton Detective Agency.
You're not even a cop, man. You're a private detective. You got to get out of here.
We have been given special authority.
By who?
In writing?
By the mayor of St. Louis.
Okay. Is he here now? Can he vouch? Like,
well, I don't feel that. If you have any questions about that, feel free to take it up with my supervisor.
where's your supervisor? I don't.
My supervisor is at the Four Corners.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like leave here like you to just like that could be fake. You might not even be a real detective. You could just be making this all up. This is not like, I mean, I'm just saying, you know,
I understand.
it seems suspicious. And also, like, I mean, maybe you could take it up with my supervisor that we're not going to let you do stuff. Yeah.
Your supervisor?
Yep.
Okay.
They're in Wisconsin. I'll wait here.
Okay. I'll certainly do that as soon as my partner gets back.
Great.
Let's see. And
Is the partner upstairs?
the partner is upstairs.
Oh, Mickey's going upstairs. Get out of here, dude. You can't be in here.
And so as Nikki goes upstairs, make a prowess-based awareness check.
I will try. Ooh, okay. So I get to add do I add the prowess and the awareness or just the awareness?
So yeah.
Then it's 7.
So trolls, witches, or dwarves.
Trolls.
All right.
I'm gonna troll this guy so hard.
You start going up the stairs and you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Is there something heavy to pick up?
I'm going to say that as you're moving along, there's going to be a book.
Oh yeah. I grab it to like hold it menacingly.
All right.
This is gonna be so scary.
So you've got 2 different floors, and there is a total of, I'm going to say, on the floor that you're on, there is 4 different rooms on this floor, and you've got at least, I'm going to say, another 4 rooms on the 3rd floor.
I'm gonna check all the rooms on this, just like look in each of them for this guy.
So as you
This guy
are going through and looking in the rooms, the first room that you open up, you notice somebody in the bed.
I don't think he'd be in the bed. I just keep moving on. I move on. I mean, if he's just up here napping, like, I guess, like, I mean, he should still leave, but he's not doing any damage, so that's fine.
And you notice the door open and somebody's speaking.
Sorry.
Oh, hello?
Hi. Have you seen like a guy in a suit? He looks like a cop, but he's not a cop. He's trying to say that he's a cop. And he's in here illegally searching and seizuring.
Wait, what? Did you say seizuring?
Yeah. Illegally searching and seizuring.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just worried because I'm a doctor of a sorts, and I just wanted to make sure nobody needed assistance.
Oh, not yet, but
Okay.
keep that in mind because I might need assistance soon.
Sorry, forgive me. I just woke up, as you see. Hello. So there are people trying to search in the building?
Yep. And I don't know who they are. There's some private detectives, they say. But I mean, I feel like you could just like get a badge and say you're a private detective. It's not the same thing. You don't have any rights of a cop, and they didn't have a warrant. So like they gotta go. They gotta go. I know my rights. They gotta go.
What do they even want?
So
they say?
Some kid who was bleeding. I don't know.
Why do they want a kid? There's a kid bleeding?
Well, no, I mean, I think the kid went to the bar. The kid that was bleeding went to the bar, I think. But all right, I'm gonna go find this dude though.
Anyway, let me know if anybody needs help.
I'll scream. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
What's going on? If you need help, let me know.
Okay. My name's Mickey, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi. I'm Dr. Baggins.
Hi, Dr. Baggins.
Nice to meet you.
I gotta go find this guy. All right.
All right.
I'll scream like really high pitched if I get stabbed or something. Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to hang out with you to make sure you're okay?
I mean, I don't want you to get stabbed, so maybe you should just like be on standby in case I get stabbed. I don't know. It's up to you. You know, free country and all that.
At this point, Kala gets up. She's like had it with the noise. Okay, she's like, I better check this out, but not before popping into the kitchen. I want to look for something like a rolling pin or something.
Oh yeah, that's way better than a book.
Heavy and blunt. Something heavy and blunt.
Yes.
You've got knives you've got a rolling pin, you've got pans, you've got, yeah, anything that you would want to use, like a frying pan or anything like that, you've got in the kitchen.
Sounds good. The rolling pin would be better for close spaces, but no, let's go with the pan.
I like the pan. If you get a good backswing on that, you know, you can really do some damage.
Classic.
I
And
love it.
so, as Mickey is wrapping up the conversation with Dr. Baggins, you hear footsteps coming from upstairs. And the agent that was with Agent Stillwell is coming down the stairs and is going to try to go back down to the first level.
You got to get out of here, man. Get out.
All right.
And I hold the book menacingly. And I say,
He's
you gotta
like,
get out of here, bruh. You don't have
Watch
a
out,
warrant.
she's
You're
got
not
the
a cop.
book. She is not afraid to use it.
Like,
I'll
I'm
throw
so-
the book at you.
I'm so sorry. I'll go ahead and I'll try to find I'll try to find Mr. McCready. So sorry to bother you. Please go on about your day.
Yeah.
And while you're
you
here,
need Jesus. You better go to church, sir.
understood.
Get
And
out.
he's booking it just as quickly as he can down the stairs.
Yeah, you better.
As he
Go to
goes,
the church and has got to forgive you.
he gets to the bottom of the stairs. Who all is in the foyer by this point?
I think I'm still in the
Well,
foyer.
I am.
I
So
probably just
anybody-
arrived there.
Anybody in the foyer make a an awareness-based prowess check. So witches, dwarves, or trolls?
I'll do dwarves this time.
All right.
Which is
So what is your awareness?
My awareness is 1.
Okay. And so as the unnamed agent gets to the bottom of the stairs, he nods to Agent Stillwell. You notice that he has something tucked under his arm.
Excuse me, did you just grab something from upstairs? Does that belong to Mr. McCready?
He is doing everything that he can to get out the door.
No.
I'll
Mickey's
try
gonna
to grab
tackle
stop
him.
him.
Gonna jump from the stairs to like flying tackle.
Right? As he's still in the stairway. If you want to try and
Yeah.
tackle him,
We're going down the stairs. We'll need you, Dr. Baggins.
all right. My
I'm
kind-
about to do something
My kind of morning now.
so this is going to be fisticuffs or fisticuffs. And so witches, dwarves, or trolls?
Let's go with trolls.
All right. And so you tackle this dude. Just land full face on him. He is pinned. And his partner, you can see his partner is drawing a pistol.
Oh,
Or
fuck.
basically anyone else there.
I hold
He's-
up the book and I say, stop in the name of
Yes.
Jesus.
And so,
Would I be able to hear this ruckus and
Yes.
come down? Okay,
Yes.
I do that.
and so as this is happening, Mickey is not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Because of course she is on top of dude at this point.
Uh-huh.
But everybody else that's in the foyer, you see this dude is going for what appears to be a pistol. What are you going to do?
Punch him.
Yeah.
Be faster than he is. Just
Punch him in the side of the head.
Agile as hell.
Make a fisticuffs check. Or witches, dwarves, or trolls.
It's dwarves.
All right. You cold cock the guy.
Nice.
And so go ahead. What's your fitness?
Score is 4.
Okay, so that would be yeah, you just hit him right in the temple and he crumples.
Good one. Nice, Luke.
And so as the one guy is pinned, his partner goes down. His partner is struggling with Mickey.
Mm.
And before we go into the next turn, anybody else that has not done anything this round, what do you want to do, if anything?
I just want to
And-
talk to them to see if I can make them back off. Like,
One of them is unconscious.
yeah, the one
Talk
is
to that
not.
one.
The one is still conscious. Just you can't take something that doesn't belong to you. This is very untoward, and this doesn't seem like it's by the book at all.
All right. I was going to take this back to the station as evidence, but I'll leave it here.
Oh, how about we take you back to the station as evidence?
Well,
This is illegal search and seizure. I know my rights.
as he's laying there, pinned underneath Mickey, he says, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know,
I was assaulted.
I know a criminal when I see one.
I-
And I
you
just
were-
want to pull out whatever he had under his, like, what did he take?
All right.
I'm going to continue to sit on him, though.
So you see that he has what appears to be an old dusty box.
What's
But
in the
that's
box?
all you can really tell at this point.
What's in the box?
And he says,
I'll hand it to Gala.
we were just here having a conversation. You attacked us.
Really?
You
Really?
hit
That's
my
what happened?
You hit my partner.
You illegally entered the home, and I stopped your partner.
He was going to
you-
shoot me.
You let us shoot you.
You attempted to steal private property, forced your way into a home full of young ladies.
Trespassing.
This is extremely
Criminal
untoward,
Property
sir.
damage. I don't know if
We-
anything's
we
actually
were-
damaged, but
We
I
were
can
having
damage the wall.
a conversation and we were attacked. And so if you would
somebody get
kind-
some rope. This guy's, I'm sick of him. Oh, can we gag
There was
him?
no conversation. You forced your way in.
Kidnapping this guy.
All right, so he is at this point. If you want to tie him up, you certainly can. Otherwise, he very much wants to be on his way with
I'm
his
sure
partner.
he does. I'm sure he does.
I think we should let them go, shouldn't we? I mean,
Nah.
they're clearly in the wrong.
This
They
is
can
called-
go back to their
This
supervisors.
is called a citizen's arrest. I also want to know why they're looking for a lanky kid who came here bleeding from a stab wound. Mr.
We,
Sinatra or whatever your name is.
we had noticed him looking in buildings in the area, and we thought it was suspicious.
I think that maybe you stabbed him
Well,
and
like, how did he get? What he got stabbed and these looking in windows.
yeah. It's suspicious.
Probably
I know.
for help. He was probably
That's
looking for someone
weird.
who would help him.
I mean,
Yeah,
we were on our beat, and we noticed him, and we told him to
You're not
stop.
even a real cop. You're not even a real. You have no
Do you think-
jurisdiction.
Do you think
No.
maybe you should have offered him some sort of assistance because he was bleeding?
We tried, and
Yeah.
Sounds like you threatened him, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. This is suspicious. I think we should take him to the police station. Maybe there's a reward. Check their pockets.
Go through the unconscious guy's pockets.
Tie him up. Check his pockets.
Draw their face.
Hey, if you want to tie him up, you certainly can.
hmm
Um, you find in the closet upstairs, I'm going to say there's a utility closet that old man McCready would have shown to you. You've got some basic tools in there.
Where's Mr. McCready?
He's at church.
Okay.
And you've got some rope in there too.
And they wanted to rob this old man while he was at church. Your mothers would be disappointed.
That's not cool either.
Yeah. Let's look
Please
at
not
what's in the
your mother,
box.
and even I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Let's look at what's in the box. I gave it to Kala, so.
All right.
Okay. So, all right, I guess Kala attempts to open it.
All right.
Is it locked?
So you open up the box.
No, it's not
And
locked.
you look inside, and there is a doll's head.
That's not suspicious or creepy at all.
So
there's
creepy,
what?
truly so creepy.
Can you say that again? What's in there?
A doll's head.
A doll's head.
I don't like this.
No, all of a sudden it went from 0 to what the fuck?
Do
No,
not
thank
enjoy
you.
this.
That's haunted. They can take that.
Yeah,
That
pass,
is evil.
pass,
You
pass.
steal,
can
now
get
you're
cursed,
stealing
that's
little girls'
fine.
toys.
Second thought
You're
here,
stealing
yeah,
a
you
little
keep the
girl's
doll.
toys. What is wrong with you?
So we want. I don't know what you mean about this. This was just here whenever I was tackled.
Then what did this say it is? A ham sandwich? No ham sandwich looks like this. Now, after what was in the kitchen, I wish it were a ham sandwich, but it is not. It is a doll head.
So does Kala actually lift the doll head up out of the box?
It's gonna
Okay,
start
so-
talking and looking,
So
and
there's-
now it begins.
It's a little boy doll dressed in a little sailor outfit.
But it's just a head.
And as you lift it up by the hair, there's a body attached.
Like
Oh.
there before
No,
Ooh,
what?
ooh.
Decide.
So you can only see the head open the box. I
Yes.
see. I thought there was a decapitated baby doll. And
I guess it
Oh
is.
no.
I
guess
don't
it
know
is a
why
whole
that
doll.
feels better than this, but it does.
And as Kala is lifting it up, Kala would notice that there is a clockwork key set in the doll's back.
Oh no.
The doll is maybe about a foot to a foot and a quarter tall.
It's like a
Well, it's a key. Well, maybe I turn this key and see, and maybe doll will tell us. Maybe the doll will tell us how he feels about being stolen. Ah, that would be the day. I turn the key. Maybe 2-3 times.
nice.
So you turn the key, you let it go. Are you still holding the doll by the hair?
Yes.
Great.
So as you let go, you hear a music box playing
It's just
Oh.
doll's back.
Creepier.
And coming from the doll, you hear a very scratchy, almost disembodied voice
Oh my god.
say,
Oh.
make core active, dual core present, reading from key number 475 bar 23, line 819.
and
Work.
Cal is just looking more and more disturbed and just slowly lowers the doll back in the box.
5946.
What does it want?
And as Kala lowers the doll back, you can see that the doll has opened its eyes and its eyes are glowing red.
Oh no. Yeah. Shut the box. Shut the box.
That's bad.
Shut the box.
Can we? Will these guys fit in the box with the doll?
There is nothing in there. No.
What? Lock this door.
Okay. So Mickey looks at the guys and goes, "You're gonna start talking," and just like menacingly like pats the book on his hand, like
Are you going to throw the book at him?
no, I'm just threatening to smack him with the book.
Throw the book at him figuratively.
Yeah.
Metaphorical book throwing.
It won't
Alright.
escalate to literal until
Yeah.
So you've got him tied up. His partner is still passed out.
Yeah, we should tie that guy up too.
As you're sitting there talking to him, witches, dwarves, or trolls for speaking?
Oh God. Dwarves.
All right. So he looks at you and he says, what do you want to know?
Why were you stealing the doll?
If I tell you, will you let us go?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right. That doll that you have there was one of the exhibits at the World's Fair.
Okay.
Mr. McCready has been dealing in stolen exhibit items from the fair.
Huh.
We've been watching him for the past several weeks. That gentleman that we saw come into this building has been ferrying items from the fair to Old Man McCready. What happens with them once Mr. McCready gets them, I do not know.
Okay. All right. Did you stab the kid?
We did not stab the kid.
Did you shoot the kid?
we
Did you
did
maim
not-
the kid? Did you do anything
We-
to the kid?
We did not do anything to the kid. We told him to stop.
Why were you gonna shoot me? Why was your partner gonna shoot me? I don't like that. That's not nice.
I apologize for what Agent Stillwell had done. We've been, as I said, we've been working this case now for well on a month. And we just need evidence.
But you do understand that you need a warrant, right? Like you can't just like there's amendments for a reason. Wait. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we apologize. We did not think that any of you would have an issue with this.
Well, like
With
You
the
can't-
fact that we will leave and you can lodge a formal complaint with my supervisor.
what if we launch a formal complaint with the police?
You can do that too. Will you let me go so that I can give you a business card so that you can contact the police?
Sure. Is there a phone here somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. McCready has a phone.
Sure. Mickey will give Abigail or somebody else. Somebody who's better at talking to people than numbers.
Not me.
Not Calla.
I can.
Abigail, you win.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can give them a phone call.
Okay. So he motions to his vest pocket. He's like, you'll find my card in there. The police station's number, 4 corners. The number's on there. It goes straight to the front desk.
Perfect. I'll go and give them a ring, see if we can get anyone on the phone.
Okay. So you go ahead and you dial up the number. It picks up almost immediately. And the voice on the other end says, "Operator, St. Louis Police Department, how may I help you?"
Hello, we've just had an extremely untoward situation with some Pinkerton agents. We're just looking to file a report or get in contact with their supervisor.
Of course. Let me go ahead and place you on a brief hold. What are the agents' names, please?
What are the agents' names again?
Vincent?
Well?
Stillwater.
Still, yeah.
Still
That tracks.
And so
well?
Stillwell. And the
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and place you on a brief hold. I'll see if I can get the acting supervisor here. And where is Agent Stillwell located?
Is that the one I punched?
Yeah.
On the floor.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what I'll tell Abigail.
Currently still at our residence.
Understood. And you said that there was one or two. And at this point, the other agent says, my name's Agent Fuller. So would you like for me to talk to?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Agent Stillwell's on the floor, the operator says. Where are you located?
Should we tell
I
them
know,
now?
I'm like sitting here. Did we commit a crime?
They did say that they're like a police operator, but
You can say anything on the phone.
That's true.
yeah, that's
God. And here start the conspiracy theories.
we are. What was the
Go.
Stillwell or one of them mentioned a tavern or he mentioned a location where their supervisor could be found or something. What was the name of that?
Corner something, four corner, I don't know.
Oh,
Market something.
do you actually say this like to the operator?
Well, I'm just asking you, I guess, what the name was.
Oh yeah. So Agent Fuller would have said that the police station is at Four Corners, where that's the name of the police station. Four Corners.
Why don't we just bring them to the police station?
I'll just reply that we're 6 blocks north of Four Corners.
Okay. Yeah. What I can do is I can send some police out. You said that these were Pinkerton agents. I can send some of our actual police
That'd be
out.
cool.
It may be a bit, especially given what's been happening, what happened yesterday.
Ooh, what happened yesterday?
But
we just got into town late last night. What happened yesterday?
So you don't know about the factory explosion?
No, not at all.
No.
Okay. Yeah, our detectives are out investigating one of the factories that exploded last night.
More than one factor?
Do Dr. Baggins is not on the phone, or are you going to say that to?
Sorry. I'm listening.
So, yeah, the factory explosions, and so they're investigating. There are Pinkerton agents that I could dispatch from here that might be able to help. But otherwise, it may be a couple of hours.
Okay.
I think we probably don't want more Pinkerton agents, right? Like,
Yeah, no more Pinkerton agents. What if we just bring these guys to the police station? Like, what?
we might even be able to bring the agents directly to the station. Would that facilitate things?
That would be fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be, of course, I won't be available, but there should be an officer at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
And you would be able to talk directly to them.
Cool.
Okay, excellent. Well, we appreciate your help.
Thank you, and be safe.
You as well. Thanks.
Thanks. All right.
Well, we can bring them down to the station. We could leave them here.
We should make
I
sure
didn't
that
give-
this cop isn't dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
fake
Probably.
cop, whatever they are. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't give them our location. That just seemed, I don't know. It seemed like something strange is going on, so I didn't feel
In the
good giving them
neighborhood.
Mr. McCready's home.
Yeah, I don't. This is all really weird. What if he's not? Okay. All right.
So there's an injured human.
Yes.
In front of us.
Mhm.
Yes.
I am so sorry. I have missed this, and I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna go check on him.
Yep. He's tied up.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Give him.
And so you go to check on him. He is knocked out,
Okay.
and he has a very big goose egg on the
Okay.
side of his head.
Okay.
Gosh.
Okay.
You could go ahead and get into your doctor's bag. If they
Okay.
have some smelling salts, which, yeah,
Just realized I didn't really put what's in it.
no, that's fine. So basically, in order to bring him to,
Okay.
just go ahead and you'd make a medicine check.
Yeah.
So witches, dwarves, trolls.
Trolls.
Okay. He comes right to,
Okay.
Mhm.
and he goes, wait a minute, I'm tied up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
True.
tackled me. He looks
Mhm.
around. How? And
On the cold.
Agent Fuller says, are you going to take us to the station now?
Yeah. Yep. They'll untie their feet so they can walk.
Okay. And so I assume that their hands are tied.
Mm-hmm.
And they just stand there. Okay, lead the way.
All right.
I think we should tie them together too. So just so they have a harder time if they did break free.
We should tie one of their feet to the other one's foot, and they have
Yeah.
3
Well,
legs.
yeah.
Right.
Skills for tying this knot, because I'll do it.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Okay. I tie the knots. Put them together. 'Cause that's better. Because I feel like
It's good to humiliate the
we need to
local
make it harder
authorities.
for them.
That's fine.
Question about, so that I have a doctor's bag. I have equipment for doctoring in it.
Mhm.
I need to take money away?
No, you're
No?
fine.
Okay,
You're fine.
okay, cool, thank you.
We should bring that newspaper. Maybe there's something with it. I don't know.
Yeah. We can keep taking a look at it as we sort of go.
Yeah.
All right. So you pick up the newspaper, and okay. As you pick up the newspaper, you notice, well, what is everybody doing at this point as you pick up the newspaper?
I'm holding the book, looking disappointed in the agents. Just
Okay. Everybody else, what are you doing?
Ella
Waiting.
is cautiously opening the box again. Like, what is going on in here?
I am just
Yep.
cautiously watching the people that are tied up.
All right.
So you are a
So
little sailor. Perhaps you are a new crew member. Hmm?
So as you talk to the doll, you notice that the doll's, first of all, the music is stopped. The doll's eyes are shut. The doll is doing nothing. In addition to that, for both Mickey and Dr. Baggins,
Okay.
and the boxer, what's the boxer's name?
Lewis.
Lewis. All right, so Lewis, Dr. Baggins, and Mickey. Which is dwarves or trolls?
Witches.
Witches.
That's what I was thinking too.
All right. All right. So you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. And Kala, of course, is staring at this doll. And so Agent Fuller and Agent Still will say, lead the way.
All right. We go.
You start to head on out, and you've got the paper. Are you bringing the doll?
Yeah, I don't want the doll, but like if Kala wants the doll, I mean, like, I don't know, whatever.
Feels like we ought to bring the doll since they were after it.
They could maybe some sort of thing we could put in their evidence or something for whatever's happening that we don't know the heck. I agree with that.
Sure.
All right. So you go ahead and you go a few blocks down, a few blocks to the south, a few blocks to the west, and you see a huge, almost castle-like building. And there are people coming in and out of the building. You have clothed, uniformed police officers going in and out of the building. And so as you're walking up, there's an officer coming out. He looks at all of you, he looks at the two agents, and he looks at Stillwell and he says, "You idiot, what did you get yourself into?"
They belong to you then? Yeah.
Yeah, the officer looks at you and says, "Yeah, my name
I'll hand
is-"
over the guns
Okay.
to the officer. Like,
What?
here, they had these.
What did they do?
Oh, well, they unlawful search and seizure. Yeah.
Okay, do you mind, I mean, you can certainly release them, I can take them from here.
Sure. They're not,
you-
I don't really want them to be my problem ongoing. They
Okay,
can be your problem now. That seems like fair. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
And so he goes ahead and he takes the guns, he points into the door and says, guys, just go. And he looks at all of you and says, anything else before I escort them back?
Here's a weird newspaper that a kid who had been stabbed dropped off at the house.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
Just
Okay.
look at Kala, like if she wants to keep the doll. Or...
She's just tugging the box.
She's hugging it. My box.
There's nothing here. No.
Then yeah, no, I don't know.
If there's nothing, Officer Charles goes back into the building and lets you go on.
Oh, he's cute.
And so you're standing outside the police station.
Mhm.
Is there anything you want to do?
Nope.
There's church out.
So right now it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. You've got about 4 more hours.
We want to go to the fair.
That's what we came here to do.
Yeah, I'd go to the fair.
Mhm.
All right. So you start heading off to the fair.
Mhm.
And you can go ahead and take a trolley to the fair.
Mhm.
You can go ahead and walk to the fair. It'll take a little bit longer, but it'll help save your money.
Yeah,
Love
I'll
that.
be walking.
I'm for.
Yeah, we could walk, taking the city around us as we go.
Mhm.
Yeah. If there's
Mhm.
somebody to pickpocket on the way there, then I want to do that.
And so as you are walking along, there are a few people out strolling about, going on about the fair.
Yeah.
You have several different exhibits that you can go ahead and take part in.
Ooh.
You've got the Palace of Industry, which is in full swing. You've got the Palace of Machinery,
Ooh.
the Palace of Agriculture, and the Hall of Nations.
Mm.
Anything in particular?
Pollination sounds cool.
Mhm.
Go check that out.
Mhm.
Yeah, go take a look.
Okay. So you go ahead and you head across the fairgrounds to the Hall of Nations. And the Hall of Nations is a huge rotunda, and slightly different from what we had in our timeline. But the Hall of Nations is a huge rotunda, almost like a Capitol building. And you have 4 different sections of the building: north, east, south, west. And of course, each direction opens up into a ring of buildings, each associated with a different area of the world. So you have, of course, North and South America.
Mhm.
You have Europe. You have Asia. And then you have the Olympic grounds. Any particular area of the Hall of Nations that you want to go to?
Olympic grounds. Olympic grounds.
The grounds?
So you go to the Olympic grounds, and of course, hey, what do you know? Something that I didn't mention. The 1904 Olympics is also going on.
Oh,
Right?
Ah,
Olympics. Olympics. Olympics.
ha.
So that Sunday, if you want to watch any of a number of different competitions that are taking place, the competitions that are taking place right now, you have running, all different types of track and field events are going on. You have shot put going on, and you have wrestling.
Is Waltham is Waltham in the running?
You would have to check and see.
Okay.
Anything in particular that you want to check out?
I'm open to whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you are starting to move out of the Hall of Nations, out of the rotunda, from the North and South America side to the Olympic grounds, a huge explosion erupts behind you.
Was me.
What? What's that? And I look at everybody like, what?
And it's so violent that everybody go ahead and witches, dwarves, or trolls, and you're going to be making a fitness-based prowess check.
Ooh. Trolls.
A dwarf?
Dwarves.
Witch.
Okay. Anybody else? Dwarf, witch, anybody call trolls?
I said trolls.
Okay. So if you called trolls, take a point of fitness damage from
Oh
shrapnel.
no.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
Are you dead?
Is that all of your hit points?
Doctor, do you know CPR?
What's the number to 911?
I think I said troll. Did I say
You-
troll?
Oh no. The
If
doctor is dead too. Oh,
you
no.
think you said trolls, take a point of fitness damage.
Okay. Yeah, I do think I did.
Okay.
Oh, so
You're also dead?
I'm not dead, but I'm not feeling good.
Okay.
Well, so how does the hit points work? Because I have 1 point in fitness. Is that
Okay.
just it?
No, so you have a physical health, and so you would take a point away from your physical
I'm
health.
not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, since you have a doctor with a functioning doctor's bag, if you want to try and heal, since you have a medicine of 1, you're able to heal 1 point of damage per character
Okay.
per session.
Okay.
And that take $1 worth of equipment away from your doctor bag.
This is where that happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. Yeah, help the people.
All right, go
That's what I'm
ahead.
here for.
Witches, dwarves, or trolls? And who are you going to try to heal first? Yourself or your teammate?
Oh yes. I have to. I mean, I'll probably heal somebody else first. Being a healer, that's what we do.
And understand that if you fail,
Yeah.
not only are you not going to heal, but you're going to cause a point of damage.
Oh no.
Oh, street side surgery.
That's too funny.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my
So-
god.
Let's do this. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Witches, dwarves, or trolls?
I'll do dwarf. I haven't done dwarf yet.
All right. And I rolled a 6, so that would be trolls. So, point of damage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As you
Two damage.
You
Oh.
killed Abigail worse than she already was dead.
As you go to remove the shrapnel,
Sorry.
your
Her
teammate
armory just
speaks
starts
out.
spurting.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, that sucks. Okay.
Well, doctoring wasn't very sophisticated back
Okay.
then, so.
I came from a circus, so
Oh yeah, that makes
Fine.
sense.
Right?
Me too.
anybody knows.
And you're
It'll stop bleeding on its
There's-
own.
That's how it works,
that
right?
explains everything. I'm actually a clown.
Well, you know,
Comes out.
it happens.
But
Do you want to try and heal yourself?
I guess I should try. Now,
Physician, heal thyself.
if I heal myself, then I'm gonna feel really bad. Not healing anybody else, but I should. I'll be able to help heal people more.
Witches, dwarves, or trolls?
I don't like dwarves apparently. Trolls.
All right. You're able to heal yourself.
Okay.
Yay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It'll stop bleeding eventually. It's all right.
When
I
you
wasn't
run
doing
out
that
of
accent.
blood.
Never mind. It's all right.
Bad practice trying to heal your teammates.
Yeah, you just really had to get in the groove of things.
So as you are lying there trying to heal, teammate. This is so it's so out there, it's so in your face. You're not going to have to roll an awareness check or anything like that for this. You notice coming from the European exhibit, this huge vehicle that looks like it is, you would almost say that it's a tractor, but it looks like a tractor if the tractor had metal plates all the way around it. And it is steaming right for you.
Let's get him out. Let's get out of the way.
Yeah. Move the body.
Hey, an incapacitated person. We can move. Help.
Yeah, I'll pick up Abigail.
Yeah, I can move her.
I will assist.
You go ahead and you move your teammate out of the way. And about this time, this thing, it appears to have these tubes that are spinning around. Do any of you have any sort of machining background?
No.
Or, okay, so yeah, it's got what you would assume to be like belts on the bottom. And as you see it turn, it's almost like a ship, but the ship is positioned on these belts and there are wheels on the belts. And as it turns, you see that there's a Gatling gun on top of the ship. And it's got what appears to be a cannon. And it's steaming. There are two people in the front that are working levers as it turns and faces you and then starts heading toward the North American side of things. And it's got what appears to be a hollow tube in the back. And there's somebody straddling that as this thing continues steaming on toward the exit.
Do you think that that's the thing that caused the I'm not real smart, but cannon go boom, building go boom.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be.
I'm assuming this.
Should we let him just go, or should we I don't know, do something? I throw the book at them. No.
It appears you like to throw books.
Apparently. I don't know.
How many books do you carry around that you could throw? And
Yeah, I should probably get daggers or something.
good skill to learn. Let's
Okay,
see.
well.
Ooh. So we're out of the way.
So it steams on past. About this time, as it's exiting, people start running from the Olympic grounds.
Are they
And so-
running away from the tractor thing? Or are they
They're trying to exit the Olympics and starting to tunnel on past you to exit in all directions.
I'm so confused what's going on. Okay. Should we do something?
Where's the
Maybe we throw something real hard at the guy with the levers.
I mean,
Yeah.
try and hit one of the drivers.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to throw the book at him?
Yes, I do want to throw the book at him because I
Okay.
think it's funny. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a ranged check,
Okay.
which is dwarves or trolls.
trolls.
All right. And you go to throw the book, and the book sails right over his head, and he keeps on.
No.
See, I knew I couldn't count on Jesus. I just assumed it was a Bible.
And so,
all right.
as all of you are positioned over Abigail, one of the individuals running past sees Abigail just laying there, turns and says, "How can I help?"
Well, she's bleeding to death, so if you could help us with having her not bleed to death, that would be really
I'd
cool.
love
All
to
right.
not do that.
Love to not wake up in the morning and bleed to
Love
death.
to not do
I'm going to
that.
say that the guy says, "Okay, I was in the military. I was a doctor. Let me go ahead and try to help your friend.
Thank you. I tried, but
It's okay."
I have only minimal knowledge, and for some reason, it didn't work.
Do you have flies on you?
I
I didn't have
do
any leeches.
Should have brought the leeches.
worry about my little buggery.
Yeah. Needed leeches. Knew I should have replaced those.
Birds and so he goes to rummage around in your doctor's bag
Okay.
and starts going through some of your supplies, takes some needle and thread from it. And okay, yes, I'm going to say that stabilizes the bleeding. And so
How much was I needed taken from my money for the doctor's bag stuff?
that's right.
Okay.
And so Abigail heals nothing. I'm going to say that the two failed. The medicine check that failed and this cancels itself out.
Mm.
And so you're at a 1, I would assume.
Okay.
Cool.
And so before he ends up leaving, this medic says, "I'm here with my family. Let me go check on them. Do you need anything else before I go? And do you have any idea what that was?"
No, sir, but thank
no
you.
idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And he goes on and he leaves with his family.
Can we
and you
take a
see-
quick bio break?
What's that?
Can
Sure.
we take a quick bio break? You can finish what you're saying. Sorry, but
Oh no, you see off in the distance there's a woman and a child.
Mhm.
He goes off to leave with them. And really quick, if anyone wants to make a prowess-based awareness check, which is dwarves, trolls, let me know.
I will.
Dwarf.
I'll do witches.
Okay?
Um,
Okay. Now,
Dwarves.
all right. So
trolls.
let's see, that would be, all right, so Abigail hears the same guy look down and says, "Was that an S1M3?" to his wife, and his wife just shrugs, and then he leaves from the North and South American side of things, which is the same exit that the vehicle used.
Okay. Sorry, what did he say? Was that a E?
An S1.
Okay.
S is in Sam.
Yeah.
all right. Let's take 10 and then we can come back.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
I shall
BRB.
be back.
shortly afterwards, police officers start flooding the area. You have announcements being made over bullhorns. Everyone, please evacuate. The ferry down for the day. And
Well, that happened quickly.
That escalated quickly.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yes, it did.
All right. Well,
Okay.
should we go back to the house of the guy who's smuggling stuff?
Should we stay and try to figure out what's going on? It just seems so weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe we could do that. Yeah. Let's just pretend like we didn't hear the horns.
Yeah.
What? I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. I got tinnitus from the
Under all this
explosion.
snow
Yeah. Yeah.
in my ears.
Yeah.
after about 10 to 15 minutes, you don't hear or notice anything. Except for the smell of smoke and burning wood coming from the European side of things.
They blew up Europe. That's so rude. Where are we gonna get croissants and shit? All right. Well,
No.
should we look for bodies and stuff? I don't know. Like, what do we do? Yeah, what do we do?
I don't know. Yeah. Just take a look around, see if we can find anyone who looks like they're doing something untoward.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right, so where are you going from here?
Can
Into
we?
So many places.
Yeah.
places.
Can we go towards?
What-
Was it
Could be
the?
adjacent.
So you could go to the European side of things. You could go to the Asian exhibits and the embassies. You could go to the African exhibits and embassies. You could go into the Olympic grounds, the Olympic Village, or you could head toward the North and South American.
Does anybody have like some of the like a pamphlet on where what the place looks like? Didn't anybody
Well,
have-
should we? Was it? It was the European side where the smoke or the explosion came from.
I bet you
Yes.
somebody's trying to steal something at the other side.
Maybe.
Ooh, I wonder if the old guy's blowing stuff up so he can steal things.
Hmm,
I don't
Like
know.
as a diversion tactic.
maybe.
Old man, greedy. Those
Make-
kids.
We knew it.
I
Do we
know.
think we
you
should
feel
try
like-
to?
Helmet off and then head off and it's another face.
Yeah,
Should we go towards the explosion to see who set it off?
Towards the
I think we
Yeah.
should go the opposite way because if I were to want to steal something, I would want to go like I would want to make the explosion on the other side because then all the police go over there. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
That's
Sure, we could look at the opposite.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that
if I
makes
have
sense.
very good logic, but you know.
no,
Oh,
that
you
makes sense.
deter the police from being everywhere but the explosion. They're gonna
Yeah.
okay.
Like if I was a criminal, that might be what I would do.
Criminal.
In theory, hypothetically speaking.
Sure.
Okay.
So the explosion was in let's go the opposite direction of the explosion then.
okay, so the opposite direction of the explosion happened in the European wing. So the Olympic Village would be directly opposite.
Let's go
Okay.
there.
Sounds like fun.
All right, so you start head into the Olympic Village. You see a couple of areas. where performances, competitions would have taken place. The stands by this point are mostly empty. There weren't that many people watching the events right now anyway. You find a couple of programs and maps scattered about the ground.
I'm gonna pick one of them up,
All right.
both map and program,
Um,
so we know our way around here.
Yeah.
and then on the far side of the field, you see several tents in addition to what looks to be very nondescript homes. You notice people like milling about outside of the homes. People seem to be talking on the far side of the field. Nobody seems to notice you.
Anybody look suspicious?
Several of the individuals seem to be wearing a outfit or like wrestling costumes and like, you know, unitards.
Performers, yeah.
Oh, they look like they're part of the Olympic participants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nefarious.
Suspicious.
Other,
totally suspicious.
other than that, not much going on.
We should go into maybe the tents or like somewhere where the people aren't standing. I don't know.
Okay. You start to go toward the tents. And there you notice people are coming out of the tents now. They have food with them. They're going back to their houses. And as you get close to the tent, you smell food.
Should we grab a snack before we solve the mystery?
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Did everybody leave the stands of food?
Yeah.
You pop your head into the tent, and they've got several different types of sausage, wiener schnitzel. They've got pretzels. They've got popcorn. And this woman peeks her head out from a vat and says, "What would you like?"
I'm like, wait, you haven't evacuated?
Yeah.
This is the Olympic Village. Where are we supposed to go?
Away from the explosions.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty
A
far.
sausage?
I'll take a sausage as well.
Same.
Same.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully you're not going to be performing for the rest of the day. So here. And she takes and she loads up a plate for each of you
Thank you.
and says,
Performing.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, they've canceled the events for the rest of the day.
I'm not performing. We're visiting. But thanks.
Oh, you're not one of the athletes.
No, I'm an athlete. Yep.
Oh,
I am an athlete, but not an Olympic athlete.
She looks at all of you and says, Mickey, she looks at Mickey and says, "You're okay. The rest of you, don't say anything, please. This is only supposed to be for the athletes."
Oh.
Are they visiting with you?
These are my friends.
Sideways, like,
Okay.
These are my friends. Yeah.
I want to
Thank you so much. We won't tell anybody.
And just so you know, I haven't heard anything yet. Dinner should be at 5.
Okay. We'll be back.
If anything changes, we'll come around and we'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just gonna go back to, our little area where they
Okay.
keep us. Yeah. All right.
So it's like
Maybe.
the area where the Olympic participants camp
Yes.
is. Okay. They have their own food court,
Mhm.
or food area. All right.
That makes
that's cool.
sense.
Because I mean, they don't live here. But
Yep.
they go-
So what if they go to the mech area to steal the stuff? Because that's what the doll was, right? I don't know a lot about mech.
Aye. That makes sense.
Maybe we should go there.
So which area are you going to now?
The mech area.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what area do you think that will be?
Asian area. I don't know.
Okay.
Or
Well,
the Americas.
I
I
took
don't
out
know.
my map and look at it to find out where we were going.
okay, so everybody that wants to make a knowledges check.
Which is
Dwarves.
Which is
And so dwarves, yeah, you're thinking mech S1 and 3, that thing that those things come from Europe.
oh,
Yeah.
and that's what just blew up,
Mhm.
Yeah.
huh? I wonder if they were stealing that one thing. Mhm. Now that I think about it, that's probably what they were stealing.
Maybe.
I don't know. Let's go check it out.
So you head off toward the European side of things.
Mhm.
There is a museum there. As you start to move into the area, you notice several what look to be police officers, in addition to a couple of very well-dressed gentlemen. And hey, what do you know?
It's
Fuller
and Stillwell.
It looks like Fuller and Stillwell
What?
over
Mm.
at
I think they're behind it.
at the German side of the exhibit,
Mm.
and you see a couple of bodies lying there motionless on the ground.
Bet you one's McCready.
Mm.
Probably.
Is they don't notice you. Nobody notices you at this point.
That's good.
What do you want to do?
Definitely stay out of sight of Stillwell and Fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
It'd be bad if they see us.
Yep. Trumped up charges is what I hear. That's what that
Out
smells
of
like.
there.
So what you can do at this point, you can try to go further. You can try to sneak past.
Mhm.
You can go ahead and, of course, looking at your map, if you were to go straight past the exhibit, the German side of things, there is a British exhibit past that. And then, of course, on the other side of the British exhibit is the exit to the European embassies, which is where all of the dignitaries from Europe would have their homes they would be staying in
Mhm.
at this point. You could also go ahead and try for one of the other country exhibits in the museum part of this building, in the Hall of Nations, or you can go somewhere else.
Do we think someone might have been trying to get into one of the foreign dignitaries' residences?
Maybe.
Seems interesting that it's so close to the explosion. I don't know.
Should we go break in and check?
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have another, I don't know, avenue they want to pursue?
I think
No.
that's a river.
Break in, break in, break in.
Breaking and entering.
All right, so if I'm hearing you correctly, you're going to try to just move on past the police officers and the 2 detectives.
To go break into, to do crime, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Everybody-
with the intention of stopping other more serious crimes.
I think that's important. That's important work.
Right.
And so everybody go ahead and witches, dwarves, or trolls for a hide and sneak check.
Do witches.
Dwarves.
Trolls.
All right. So do you have an order that you're moving in? Who's in front? Who's in the middle? Who's behind?
I want to go first.
I probably want to
go.
stick to the back.
I'll go second. Oh, no. Okay, third.
All right. So
Oh no.
Mickey was in front.
Yeah, Mickey's in front. Yeah.
All right. And you got a, what did you call again?
Troll.
Okay. So right as you start to move, Agent Fuller looks up from where he's looking and says, "Hey, I know you."
I don't think you do. No.
About this time, other officers that are around him look over, see all of you. And
Don't mind us. We're just exiting.
they're yeah, you exit back the other way, the north.
Oh, sorry. I'm not very good with directions. Yeah.
Do you need one of the officers here to help you?
No, we got it. We got a doctor.
Okay. He looks at one of the officers and says, "Officer Williams, please escort these individuals out of the area." Yes, sir. And of course, this police officer starts to walk over to all of you and says, "Follow me, please."
Shit.
Whoops.
What seemed to be the cause of the commotion, officer? We just heard the explosion and we're just concerned about anyone who might have been inside.
So
Yeah, I just want to help and see if anybody needed some assistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a doctor.
You actually are
he looks
doing
at all
better
of you
because of me.
and he says, "Follow me out of here and we'll talk more to you."
Bacon.
Yeah, and so
Sure.
he starts to walk back toward the North American exit. And so he gets out of the building, stands in the doorway. If all of you decide to follow him, he tries to position himself between you and the door to go back in. And he says, "I don't know if you saw, one of the exhibit items was stolen. We think possibly by the same individuals that blew up the factory. At least one of the factories yesterday."
Oh no. What was the item that was stolen?
One of the German weapons, well, one of the German military grade S-113s.
Well, that's cause for concern. You haven't apprehended any suspects then?
They went into the city. We're trying to ascertain if anything else was stolen. And of course, I'm assuming that there are other police that are trying to track down where the S-113 is now. Do you have a place in the area that you're staying?
Yes, we're warders, so we can go back to the residence, no problem.
Okay. All right. Well, be safe and have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, you as well.
You too,
Thank you.
officer.
Yes.
And he lets himself back in the building and stands in the doorway, trying to make sure that all of you move away before he leaves.
Where in, like, on our map of the grounds, whereabouts is that European exhibit? Is it like towards the center or is it towards the edges?
It's going to be toward the edges.
Okay.
Mm.
Could we double back around outside and see if we can sort of find, like, if someone was fleeing, where they would have been, the avenue they would have been taking?
So yeah, you could go ahead and you could double back and get into the European quarter that they have set up. There are sections of homes and everything. In order to look at any of the exhibits, though, you'd have to go back into the Hall of Nations.
Mm.
Well, we
And-
saw the guys leaving with the stuff. They were going
Yeah.
towards the North American exit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Mm.
the same exit that you just left out of. So if you wanted to follow the S1 and 3,
Yeah.
you're already like right where you need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should we see if we can find them? I mean, it sounds concerning.
Mhm.
I don't know. What do we think?
I think I want to find some rocks to put in my pocket to throw at them.
Yeah, sure. That.
You can certainly find all the rocks that you want. If anybody going to say, given the way that we're doing this, if we want to, since none of you have common sense,
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Both literally on
Sure.
and on our sheets. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if you
Nope.
want to do just a group common sense check,
Mm.
one of you calls out for the group what you're using, which is dwarves or trolls. I will roll to see whether or not you are able to pick up any tracks.
Who's our leader?
I don't know who. It seemed like you were our leader
No.
for a bit.
Let's see.
Which
You're
is
certainly
what-
the smartest of us.
That's true.
Trolls.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty clear. There appear to be tracks leading off in the direction of, the tracks lead out of the building, and before you get about 50 feet or so, they turn and they head off toward the east. And of course, the tracks are in the dirt and grass leading out of the building. So it's pretty clear to see where this thing is headed.
Okay. We'll follow.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow.
So you keep following these tracks until you get to the end of the fairgrounds, at which point it becomes a regular street.
Hmm.
And you've got cobblestones and the tracks disappear. However, at this point, you hear the dinging of bells. You hear,
Turns out.
you smell smoke.
Oh, that kind of bells.
You, yeah,
Hmm.
I bet they blew something up with that the cannon machine.
Yeah. Seems
So we
like.
should probably go that way.
Yeah,
I bet
Follow the
that's-
smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you're starting to go toward the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so you start going toward the smoke. You start encountering horse-drawn horse-drawn fire engines going in the direction of McCready's boarding house.
Oh crap. We don't have a place to stay.
Oops.
He kept too much tech there and it all blew up.
And
That'll
so,
happen, yeah. Mhm.
My only
you
other
are-
shirt was there.
No more shirts for you, Lois.
No.
So as you are, as you're rolling up, yep, 4-alarm fire, McCready's boarding house, it is roaring in flames.
I bet you he burned his own house down so that people think he was dead. Yeah.
They still
Get rid of evidence.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
rid of the evidence.
Classic faking your own death.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Now he's got all this mech.
Who
stuff.
hasn't?
I know, right? I mean, I've never done that. No. Mm-mm.
No, certainly.
Absolutely not. No. I was not a bank robber before I became an acrobat and joined. No,
Sorry,
that
what?
would never happen. That would never happen. All right. Anyways.
So as you're watching this place burn, it is, you said 3 hours, right, Jenna?
Mhm.
Do you want to keep going?
I'm good to go for like another half hour if everybody
Okay.
else is.
I can do another half hour.
Yep, I can do half hour for sure.
And so as you are watching this place burn, there are firefighters going in and out of the building. As you're watching, the top floor collapses.
Oh dear.
Your shirt's really gone now, dude.
Oh no.
I lost my suitcase.
There are a couple of pieces of furniture out on the street. Other than that, the place has gone up in flames. And you don't see any of your items that you had in your trunks, any of that with you.
The old man would
Did
burn
we
our
bring
stuff.
Did we bring little Dolly?
Yeah, we got the
Yeah.
doll.
I forgot.
So you're standing out there, you've got this box. Old man McCready is nowhere in sight. And your only place to stay has just caved in.
Well, I just joined the Olympics, so we could probably stay there.
You think they accept late admissions?
Yeah,
If
right.
you just act like you're supposed to be there, they don't question it.
What were the sports and the
That's how I became an acrobat in the circus.
It's like, do we have anybody who's good at, what is it, for counterfeit?
I mean
Yes.
boxing
No.
boxing is in the Olympics. I could just
I'm not good at
pretend I'm there.
counterfeiting, but in theory, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just like, we could just say, well, what do? I don't know. I'll just be the Olympic medic.
There, that's it. You're a
Doctor.
sports medicine
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah.
You
There
give
you
them the
go.
steroids. That's it.
I will give everybody them. Just kidding.
It's all fair that way if we give everybody
Because
steroids.
that time they didn't
Yeah.
know anything about that kind of crud.
No, I know, right?
Yes, everybody.
Here, have this adrenaline. It'll save you.
Or it'll take the pain away.
Oh, and don't forget.
It will take the pain away. That's true. My favorite in Pulp Fiction is when she overdoses on cocaine and they give her adrenaline. I'm like, yeah, let's make the
That's
heart go
what you
even
need.
faster
Yeah.
because that's not
Yeah.
no.
That's-
heart rate go burr.
That's how the heart explodes. Don't do that.
Oh gosh.
Ugh. All right. Anyways, let's let's look, maybe we could look around for tracks or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So we're at the end of the dirt trail, and now we have the road.
Mhm.
We have to figure out where to go.
Yeah.
And of course, if you want to look around for anything out of the ordinary, make a prowess-based awareness check for the group.
Troll me.
All right. Nope. You don't notice nothing.
Bummer.
What
Is
if we go to
there-
that bar that the kid was at?
Yeah.
You remember the bar, like that he said he was from? Like, let's look around for the bar.
Mm.
I was in favor of looking for the bar.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
Where's the
With
rum?
the type of day that you guys have been having, hey,
I could use a drink or two. Yeah, yeah.
does anybody remember the name of the bar?
That's a solid no for me.
No.
All right.
I thought it was like trade winds or like, I don't know.
Do you remember the direction of the bar or the address?
I did not hear the bar name or address.
It was on
Maybe
Market
he's
Street.
in the nearest bar.
Yeah, let's just
We should-
just ask for the where's the nearest bar, and then we'll
And
just
then
bar
we should
hop.
order drinks. We should
That's what
order
we do in
drinks and drink them.
Wisconsin.
And
Ask the firefighters.
order
where the
drinks to
Where's
not
the-
draw suspicion.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so you start to roll up on the first restaurant slash pub slash bar that you see.
Yeah.
And they're serving food,
Mm.
and bartender looks at all of you and says, "What can I do for you?"
Gee, have you seen a lanky kid? Like,
Uh,
he's got blonde hair and he delivers newspapers.
Oh, you're
He's
talking
my
about
friend.
the Tillman kid?
Yeah, Tillman. We call him Tilly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're looking for Jackie.
Yeah. I call him Tilly.
Yeah. Jackie's not here.
Ah.
You're going to have to go on commercial.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
You're looking for Tillman's. It's a saloon up on Commercial and First.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you've got a ways. The best way to get there from here, of course, you can just go ahead and hail a cab to take you over there. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and walk east on the street here, just right out front, until you hit Commercial.
Mhm,
You'll go ahead at Commercial and just hang a left.
mhm.
And then from there, just walk. Tillman's is in an old brick building, really rundown place. But Frank and Wendell should be there.
And they serve drinks, right?
Yeah, they serve drinks. They don't normally open up to customers until after 6. But yeah, one of them should be there. Just knock on the door.
Cool. Should we get a drink before we go over there?
Yes, we have whiskey.
Okay.
Whiskey.
All right.
That's what I said.
A round of whiskey.
All right. And that
This.
To thank them for their assistance.
is 25 cents a piece.
Mhm.
All right.
And so feel free to deduct that from the money that you got.
Yep.
And also, did any of you buy passes for the fair?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
We just
So
walked in.
All right. So you actually would have had to purchase a ticket for the fair, and the tickets were 50 cents a piece.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Money. Less.
Good.
Sure, we would have had to have purchased a ticket to get in.
Oh yeah. Now, you go ahead and you start heading over to Tillman Saloon.
Mhm.
You get there, there's a big wooden sign above this rundown looking brick building.
Mhm.
Nobody's out front. You notice some people coming in from the docks.
What was the name of that place that we just went to?
Oh, it was just some random.
Random bar.
Randy's random pub.
Yeah. St. Louis Rammies.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a door out front. The door is shut. No lights are on.
Mhm.
Looks really dingy.
Mhm.
What do you do?
I want to case the joint first. I mean, assess the situation.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It looks, it's what looks to be almost an old, maybe warehouse.
Yeah.
Small warehouse. There appears to be like, how far around the building are you walking?
We should do a full circle to look at all of it.
As you're walking around the building and everything else, you notice what appears to be a cellar.
Mm.
Other than that,
Let's check out the cellar.
all right, you go to open up the cellar and it appears to be barred from the other side.
Okay. So I don't really have much. Does anybody have anything useful like that I could try to pick the thing, like lift the bar up with? A dagger would be really helpful. I need daggers. I gotta start getting
No,
daggers.
not in my bag.
No.
Ooh, the doctor. The doctor probably has like a scalpel or something. I
I
don't
might
know.
have a scalpel, but
Yeah, it's not gonna.
it's not.
It's not gonna cut it. Okay, is there any like tools or anything laying around that I could like use to?
You don't see anything that you would be able to wedge between.
Okay. Well, I guess we got to go to the door and knock on it, I guess.
Yeah. Or find a window or.
Oh, we could break a window.
There are
I like how you think.
And so, I mean, if you want to go ahead and try to break a window and get in that way, otherwise you could always go to the front door.
Yeah, true.
I guess we could do that. Yeah.
Could get to the front door.
Good old fashioned.
Good old fashioned doors.
They're all options.
Yeah.
There are options. Yes. All right. Okay. I guess we can go to the door. I don't know.
All right, you go to the door, and I'm assuming you knock. And this guy that looks like he just walked out of some old-timey silent movie, built like a Boilermaker, because in another life he probably was. Handlebar mustache, couple of tattoos, sleeves rolled up. Looks at all of you and says,
The bouncer?
"Can I help you?"
Yeah, I'm looking for Jackie.
Oh,
He had some stuff for me, you know.
we haven't seen him. He looks over his shoulder and he says, "Hey, Wendy. Yeah. Jackie's not come back yet, has he?" "No. Why? We got some. Are you with the network?"
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
For sure.
Sure you want to say this?
Come in.
Okay.
He looks around and he says, "Get in off the street now."
Yeah. You can't be seen. You know that Fuller guy, and they've been so far up our butts.
What Fuller guy?
Oh, you like the what are they? Pinky people?
The
Pinky people.
Pinkertons.
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 Yeah. Yeah. We lost him. We lost him way back there. It's fine.
And he takes and he opens the door up a little more and he tries to usher all of you to come inside. Do you
We'll go on in.
Yep, we go in.
Okay.
We're in it now.
You have a guy, and of course, this is a huge, dingy looking place.
Mhm.
Dust all over the place, fully stocked bar.
Ooh.
There's an individual guy behind the bar that looks spitting image of the guy that's standing in front of you, except instead of blonde hair, which this guy has, dirty blonde hair, he's got red. And he looks at you and he says, "So what happened to Jackie?"
I don't know. I think that so there were these Pinkerton agents, right? They were looking for him.
How do we know
Abigail knows.
Yeah, he showed up at the McCready house. He looked like he was in bad shape, but he didn't want to come inside. He wouldn't let us help him. He seemed to be bleeding, so we were a bit concerned.
Did he have anything with him?
Anyone or anything?
Any
Told him he was rude to refuse our help.
He gave us a paper. Yeah.
what kind of people?
A
blank
newspaper.
paper.
But it was blank, yeah.
Do you have the paper?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, can I have it, please?
Okay, yeah.
Give it to them, yeah.
Okay. He takes it,
Hmm.
hands it, walks over to his brother and hands it to him. Where's McCready at?
Last I knew, we went to church.
We're just warders at his house, so we haven't seen him since 7 a.m. Yeah, we're warders.
Wait a minute, you said you were friends of Jackie's.
Yeah, we are, for sure.
Yeah, we're just staying with McCready as a temporary gig.
Yeah,
So he could find us.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
thank you. You were never here.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I am.
Yeah,
He
true.
legit doesn't.
So, yeah, thanks for bringing this to us. And whenever our brother gets in, we'll tell him that you're looking for him.
Yeah. Tell him.
Okay. And Frank goes to open up the door and usher you back out. What do?
Steve?
Can I use your facilities before I go?
Facilities?
I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, the outhouse is out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Out.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. You don't have one of those fancy indoor houses. All right. Well.
This is down on the docks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Are there any bottles on the counter?
Yeah, we got anything you want. What do you want?
No. I was asking out of character.
Oh yeah.
Swipe.
There are a couple bottles out.
Right.
Ooh.
So Calla slowly picks one up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
He's asking for
witches, dwarves, or
Fun.
trolls?
Oh,
We're about to start a fight with
Witches.
mafiosos.
All
Which
right.
is
And as you pick the bottle up, I'm assuming that you start to walk out the door. What do?
trying to put it in my satchel.
The guy behind the counter says, "You're gonna pay for that, right?"
Calla puts it back.
Okay. And Frank goes toward the door, and as he gets to the door with all of you, he steps between the door and you and his brother's line of sight. He reaches into his pocket and he says, "Thanks for bringing us the paper." And he
Well.
goes to hand you a $5 bill.
Whoa, yeah,
Ooh.
What?
Of course.
no problem, dude.
And
Anytime.
he says, "So you're staying at McCready's?"
Well, not anymore. It's up in smoke, dude.
What?
It went up in smoke. It is burned
McCready's.
down.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. Do you have anything else from McCready's?
No, sorry. We weren't,
Okay.
I mean, we didn't know because we went to the fair and we were at the fair and there was an explosion there. And then we were going back to the boarding house, like
Oh.
to chill out and get cleaned up and stuff because we were, like
All right.
gestures to all the dust and debris on them.
I'll tell you what.
Oh,
You're from here in the area, or
no, we're from
Nah.
Honors.
Mm.
And you don't have a place to stay.
No, we don't.
No.
No.
He looks around and he says, "You don't have any other papers or anything from McCready's."
No, I had a book, but I threw it. I
Okay.
think it was
I
a
had a
Bible,
second
though,
shirt.
so- You what? I have a shirt.
I had a second shirt.
Add.
Okay.
Rest in peace, second shirt.
True
Do
patriot.
we, out of
Yeah.
character, we still have the doll, or did we leave the doll behind?
Yeah, we're not
You
telling
do
them that we
have
have the
the-
doll.
We have that, but
Obvious
it's ours.
that we go and-
Yeah. We're just trying to figure out a little bit more about what happened, especially after McCready's is burned down. If there's any information you could share with us.
I'll tell you what. If you don't have a place to stay, if you want to stay in our basement, we got a couple bunks down there. I can talk
Sure.
to Wendy
Mhm,
if you don't mind.
mhm.
You're not with the Pinkertons, are you?
Oh, hell no.
No, where honestly, we have
I'm
no
not going
idea
out.
what is going on at all. So
No.
Anybody want to do a group speech check or speaking check?
Not me.
I can-
Abigail.
yeah, I can do a speech check.
All right. So witches, dwarves, or trolls?
I'll do dwarves.
Okay. And yep, he's like, "All right, come on in." I'll talk to my brother.
We'll follow.
Okay,
Go
cool.
in.
All right, so he goes in, he goes over to the bar, he says, "Wait here," goes over to the bar, talks to his brother, and they get into a bit of an argument. Long story short, he says, "Yeah, okay." Comes back. Frank says, "I talked to Wendell. Give us some time, about 20 minutes or so,
Yeah.
to clean off some of the stuff downstairs.
No problem.
We've got some
Sure.
beds down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, if you need food, we can go ahead and make you some sandwiches.
Oh, sweet.
And then I'll talk to Wendell. You haven't seen McCready since he went
No.
to church.
No.
No.
Does he actually go to church though? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. He's big time involved in the old cathedral. You couldn't pull him away from
yeah.
church. Fact of the matter is, I mean, he goes practically every day during the week. Especially since his wife died. But let me go ahead and I'm gonna go out, see if I can find him.
Yeah.
And see if we know what exactly happened at his place. But yeah, just as a courtesy, anything that you may hear or see here,
Nah.
Yeah.
Never hear, never saw nothing, never nothing.
thank you.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Can you tell us what you are looking for from McCready's?
Somebody want to make another speaking check?
We can do another.
All right. Which is for trolls.
I'll do trolls.
Yeah, this is gonna sound strange. There was a doll.
Oh, I don't like dolls. It's creepy.
Well,
They're creepy.
we need that doll.
What? Why?
McCready, it was in his care.
Mm-hmm.
But we'd really like to have it but of course if it burned with the rest of the house.
Yeah, I know nothing about no doll.
Go.
Mhm.
I don't like dolls, so like as a rule of thumb, I like just stay away from them.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your help.
Yeah.
If there's anything else I can do for you whenever I get back, let me know.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your hospitality.
And he takes off.
Mhm.
Wendell takes and shows you down to the basement.
Mhm.
There are a couple of lamps down there.
Mhm.
He says, I'm going to be getting the business ready for tonight.
Mhm.
The only thing I'd ask of you is so that people don't ask any questions. You're either in or you're out whenever I open up the doors.
Mhm. Yep.
If you're out, then you stay out until we close.
Yeah, no problem.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're free to stay down here as long as you don't make any noise.
Yep.
Okay.
So, are you in or out?
In?
In. Like
In, I think.
phone.
Okay. So, what basically happens, fast forwarding. So you basically stay down in the basement, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You hear people laughing and music playing, and just, yeah, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of people upstairs, and it's not like you're going to be getting sleep down there
Mm-mm.
with all the noise that's going on. Fast forward to about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And of course, everything finally dies down. Wendell comes down the stairs and he's got a tray full of sandwiches and some beer.
Oh yeah. Like
And he
that.
says, all right, well, me and my brother are going to go next door to try and get some sleep.
Yeah.
Jackie has not come back yet.
Oh no. Jackie.
Old man McCready has not come back. We haven't been able to find him.
No.
I mean, you're welcome to stay here.
Yeah.
If you need anything, we'll be next door.
Mhm.
Other than that, you either stay in the bar until we come back here about 3, or you basically stay out until we open up the doors.
Mhm.
Your choice.
Should we go out and look for McCready and the kid, or?
Yeah,
I don't think
maybe.
much we can do stuck in a cellar in a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll come back at 3 then. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
We're
so,
lucky. If not all this free beer, your passage fees would have gone up.
so the only real, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the only real item that you have other than what you're just carrying around on your person and the clothes on your back is the box with the doll.
And rocks in my pocket.
Mhm.
I have pocket rocks.
Pocket rocks.
We cannot forget the pocket rocks.
You cannot forget about the pocket rocks.
My doctor bag, that's it.
So what are you doing with the box with the doll? Just so that I know.
It's
Mhm.
in
We
Callie's
should
satchel.
keep
And
it.
we'll just keep it there forever until
Like,
we
is
leave
it
this place.
An obvious box that you're carrying around everywhere, or is it in a bag?
It's in the bag, in the box.
Hopefully a bag,
The box.
yeah.
So the
Oh.
box, yeah, the doll's in the box in the bag.
Fine.
Okay, that works.
It's
Yeah.
like, I was
Oh.
thinking to myself, I'm just picturing them standing there with the box that's like,
Like, no, we don't have a doll.
notice, the
Yeah,
doll's here.
I
Good,
mean,
Good,
the thing about that box is that it's very
Nondescript.
nondescript.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and it's very, very dusty.
I was
Mhm.
just like dying, standing there, listening to their conversation. We're looking for a doll. It's very important. Mom. I'm like, I'm about to die. They're going to kill us. They know we have a doll. They're going to kill us while we're sleeping, and I'm done. I mean,
They might still do that. We don't know.
That's fair.
Go down there and you notice all the 8 hooks hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
they're-
Does that one have a little bit of skin on it?
oh, heck.
All right, so 30 minutes more, and it is 30 minutes or 3 minutes away from being up.
Mhm.
So do you want to call it here?
Yeah, but where's McCready and Dude? What's happening?
Exactly.
Tell us again.
So I hope all of you had fun.
Uh-huh.
I hope the system works. And thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.